Okay, so we all know ChatGPT, right? So আমরা এভরিডে লাইফে ChatGPT ইউজ করি না এরকম কোনো সিনারিও বর্তমান টাইমে তো নাই। And I just opened ChatGPT. The first thing I see here is this reason button over here. This is very new. So let's first try it out. Okay, what does this reason actually mean? If you hover your mouse, you are going to see this, right? Think before responding. মডেল যে জিনিসটা করবে সেটা হলো আগে চিন্তা করবে and then it will give you an answer. We are going to type in something, maybe let's say, do you think aliens exist? Okay, a very simple question, and let's see how ChatGPT responds. So after a while, it says that thought about existence of aliens for a couple of seconds, and then it gave us an answer. What I want to see is what's the thought process. So I don't see that section over here. এখানে দেখা যাচ্ছে না জিনিসটা for some reason. I don't think they have implemented it yet, but this reasoning option came because of something called DeepSeek. So what's DeepSeek? DeepSeek is an AI model just released by one Chinese company called DeepSeek. And what they did with their R1 model, they made a reasoning model, which means whatever the model is going to say or give out, it will think about it. It will contradict itself and it will learn from its own mistakes. So basically, আমরা যেভাবে normally চিন্তা করি, তো মডেলটা exactly ওটাই করবার চেষ্টা করবে. Okay, great. So we are in the DeepSeek website. The link of the website is chat.deepseek.com. The UI is pretty much same to that of ChatGPT. I guess they wanted people to see a more familiar UI. The same question আমি কয়েকদিন আগেই আমি জিজ্ঞেস করেছিলাম, and if you see its response, so it thought for 27 seconds, and if you read it, প্রথমে স্টার্ট করছে যে the user is asking if are in the universe. So আগে সেটা জানতে নিজেকেই ক্লারিফাই করছে যে ইউজার কি জিজ্ঞেস করলো, কিছু সার্চ করলো about extraterrestrial intelligence, recent exoplanet discoveries, about Kepler and everything, and then টাইমের বিষয়টা নিয়েও সে চিন্তা করেছে। চিন্তা করার পরে বিভিন্ন অ্যাঙ্গেল থেকে ইয়ে করে থট প্রসেস শেষ হলো। শেষ হয়ে দেন ইট গেভ এ কনসাইজ আনসার। দিস রিজনিং ইজ হোয়াট আই এম টকিং অ্যাবাউট। আর একটু বেটার এক্সাম্পল যদি দিতে হয় তাহলে আই আস্কড ডিপসিক অ্যানাদার থিং, এই প্যারাবোলার যে ইকুয়েশনটা আছে, ম্যাথমেটিক্যাল ইকুয়েশনটা আছে, তার সলভ বা তার সলিউশনটা দেওয়ার জন্য। সো দ্য সেম থিং ক্যান বি ডান উইথ ChatGPT also. ChatGPT can also do it, but the difference is DeepSeek introduced this thought process, right? So in this thought process, প্রথমত সেই ইকুয়েশনটা পেলে সে নরমালি কিভাবে সলভ করতে সেটা সলভ করলো। সলভ করে এসে ফাইনালি কিভাবে সলভ করছে ইচ অ্যান্ড এভরি লাইন সেন্টেন্স এখানে লিখে দিয়েছে। ফাইনালি যে ভ্যালুটা পেলো সেটাকে অরিজিনাল ইকুয়েশনে প্লাগ ব্যাক করে it tried to find out if it satisfies the equation or not. So this is one key thing যেটা DeepSeek করার চেষ্টা করেছে, and from that it confirmed it, and then it finally gave the answer. If you look at my display right now, এখানে there is a software open. So this is Olama. So Olama is an open source application যেটা ওপেন সোর্স যে মডেলগুলো আছে সেই মডেলগুলোকে লোকালি রান করার একটা সুবিধা করে দেয়। You can run this Olama app from searching the Google, এভাবে করে সার্চ করা যাবে যে Olama, and then it will bring you this UI, and here this app is separate. Olama আলাদাভাবে ডাউনলোড করতে হবে. So this is like the back end of the application, and the front end is a different thing. So you can go and download for any of the operating systems that you have. Once you download it, এটা install করতে হবে normal procedure, and once you install it and run it, you will have one small icon over here like Olama. This is the icon of a llama. That means that your Olama installation is complete. But what about this application over here? The application is, you have to search Olama app. You will find this GitHub. So someone has made very simple front end UI for it. You can install it in your system. They have this releases over here. If you go here, you will be able to download that and install it on your local system. So once that's done, you can basically run LLM models like this, large language models, on your system, and you don't need to rely on online resources like ChatGPT and everything. Obviously those models are better because ওগুলো on a higher, more powerful machine রান করা হচ্ছে with much more tuning in progress and lots of billions of parameters. So those models are much more capable. এগুলো local system সিস্টেমে রান করা পসিবল না। বাট দ্য স্মলার স্কেল অফ মডেল, দেয়ার স্মলার মডেলস লাইক টাইনি llama ওগুলো লোকাল সিস্টেমে রান করা পসিবল। তো এখন সেটা কিভাবে পসিবল? সো ফর এক্সাম্পল, the first thing that you should always test, I think, is you can just search that tiny llama models. Okay, if you search like this, you're gonna find this one link over here, tiny llama. Okay, you can copy this. So you can see that this is very small actually. 638 megabyte is very small compared to the current standard of large language models, which are like over I don't know, 200, 300, 400 gigabyte. Okay, and you can just simply copy this and you can open up one of your terminals just like this, and all you have to do is paste the code here and it will start downloading it. Okay, it I'm already download kora ache. Once it's downloaded, you can open your Olama app, the front end UI, right, like this, and you can select the model over here. So tiny llama, that's what's already installed, and here then you can basically use it like ChatGPT. So hi, how are you doing? And you're going to get a response. Yep, just like that. Okay, so from what it looks like, this model is pretty old. So COVID এখনো সে COVID-19 এর যুগে বসে আছে। But we can basically ask him the same question, right? Do you think aliens exist? I mean, this is a very basic question that I always ask. And because we cannot provide the existence, okay, very generic answer. So this is like a very small model with very limited information that you can run on your system and have a chat. So what I have been doing from the morning is I have been trying to install this DeepSeek model, যেটা world like এখন wildfire এর মতো ছড়িয়ে পড়েছে, and this is a distilled model, which means DeepSeek এর যে reasoning capabilities আছে সেটাই যে llama distill লেখা আছে, so অর্থাৎ লামার ভেতরে এটা এই রিজনিংটা ইনক্লুড করে কোয়ান্টাইজ করে and then রিলিজ করা হয়েছে basically, and this is an 8 billion parameter model. So the way to install this specifically is you have to search first of all DeepSeek. যেহেতু এটা open source, you can find it in Olama. So you can search DeepSeek Olama and you can go this DeepSeek R1. You have to go here. Okay, R1 is because this is the reasoning model. Previous ওদের অন্যান্য যেগুলো আছে সেগুলো just normal mixture of experts model. So it's the first generation of reasoning models and they're gonna have more generations over the couple of next months, years maybe, and things are gonna get better. So if you go here, এখানে এগুলো হচ্ছে ওদের base model actually 1.5 billion parameters, যেটা like 1.1 GB. It's not very good but enough, I guess, whatever that brings to the table. And the main model that they actually compared with OpenAI and everything is this 671 billion parameter, and this is like 404 gigabytes, which is very big. I'm not downloading this model here. What I'm doing is I'm going into this view all option. Okay, and then if you scroll down, you're going to find this 8 billion llama distill q4k. So আমি এটা ডাউনলোড করছি and you can just copy this just like before and you can go into your terminal, you can paste it, and as you can see I've already pasted it. It's like 35 seconds remaining for this to finish, and once that's done, then we can basically use this model to chat and have one local chatbot in your system, an AI model in your system, and do whatever we want. So the model has been downloaded successfully এবং আমাদের এখানে সাকসেস মেসেজ চলে এসেছে। Now that our model has been downloaded, আমরা মডেলটা রান করাতে পারবো just by running this command. ওকে, কারণ আমরা এই মডেলটা ডাউনলোড করেছি সেহেতু DeepSeek R1 colon the variant of the model. Once we press enter, it will load our model into our system memory and then we will see a prompt in our terminal যেখানে আমরা আমাদের মেসেজগুলো লিখতে পারবো just like this. Send a message. I can just say hi and it will think of something and then give us an answer. If it think na kore, that means it does not have enough information or requirement to actually think and give a calculated answer. So if I say, can you solve the equation 3x plus 2 equals to 0, a normal polynomial equation, then the thinking will begin. If you will see there inside of the think tag যেটা DeepSeek এর main feature, এই মডেলটা নিজের রিজনিংটা করবে. If you go through it, it will do the reasoning and give us the answer. So first আমরা কি দেখতে পেলাম যে মডেলটা কিছুক্ষণ চিন্তা করলো, which means একজন নরমাল মানুষের মতো সে থিঙ্কিং করে রিজনিং করলো, and then finally it gave us a clear concise answer. And এটা markdown format আছে, so we can basically copy paste everything in a .md file and it will be shown in a very nice way just like ChatGPT. আমরা নরমাল কোয়েশ্চেনও জিজ্ঞেস করতে পারি যেরকম are there any aliens in the universe? As you can see, আমি কনটেক্সট খুব র্যাপিডলি চেঞ্জ করছি। অর্থাৎ ম্যাথমেটিক্যাল কোয়েশ্চেন থেকে ডাইরেক্টলি একটা বেসিক্যালি থিওরেটিক্যাল কোয়েশ্চেন জিজ্ঞেস করে ফেলেছি। অ্যান্ড দেন ইন দ্য think tag you can see the actual thinking process. Okay, so after solving the equation, the user moved to a more profound question. So এই যে realizationটা and the way it thinks is the main feature of DeepSeek R1. Not only in the terminal, আমরা এই সেম মডেলটা Ollama GUI ফ্রন্টেন্ড অ্যাপেও ব্যবহার করতে পারবো। So this is the GUI app. We can select our model from here and select DeepSeek R1 and we can ask the same kind of questions এখানে। Can you solve? So currently there is a issue with this application সেটা হলো এই অ্যাপ্লিকেশনটা think tag-টা I don't think it can properly process. So maybe in an updated version this can be addressed. It is basically taking the entire anyways, so this is how you can run DeepSeek model in your own local system. If you want some other models for me to try, please write that down in the comments. And if you want to like, subscribe, share, do that as well. So until next time, see you.